Alright, I'm doing a little review for you today about a scan tool that I have. It is the Autel maxicheck mx808. This will be the same as the mk808, pretty much identical. I'm showing you on a 2002 Bravada some of the functions it has. I'm going to be really unbiased about this because this is my personal scan tool, and I'm going to tell you, what it can do good and also the things that are pretty frustrating. First, most noticeable thing, I'm going to get this out of the way first, is it will not charge off of the OBD port. So if this is dead, if this unit is dead, you can't just plug it into a car and it'll turn on. That's pretty frustrating. You can only power it off of your home charger. And it has to be charged if you're going to take it and, go somewhere and work on it. Anyways, that's, okay, diagnostics. So this is a GM. It's not super fast. It's not super slow. Somewhere in between. This scan tool you can have for about $350 to $450. So the price is pretty low for something with these kind of features. But it has automatic VIN reading. That's pretty nice. But it does ask you some, after it decodes the VIN, it does ask you some questions that you might not know on certain vehicles. Like this one, it'll ask me about the transfer case and the climate control. But sometimes it goes on to ask you some way more detailed questions that are rather confusing. And, it'll be like, was this built in Lithuania by two men named Carl who had a dog? And you just like, I don't know, to be honest. So that's kind of irritating. Here we go. So the scanning process for finding codes is pretty thorough. As you can see, it'll scan the transfer case, powertrain, airbags, body control, instrument panel, pretty much everything. It'll get OnStar for GM cars. So it is pretty thorough with that. See, there you go. One thing that frustrates me sometimes is it rarely ever picks up any TCM codes, even when I have found them to be present, with other methods. So that's something to think about. If you work with transmissions a lot, this is probably not the way to go. It does have a nice quick erase feature where it'll go through and just erase everything from all of the problems you have here. Obviously, it won't take my OnStar off because it's still a problem. Okay, so that's nice, but the issues with this come when you try to do more advanced features that aren't just diagnosing the engine code. When you try to get into the, so let me show you that real quick. Also, it has a home button here you can push, but it won't let you go into anything else. Like, see, you push the home button, great, and you click service, but it makes you exit out of the service. So that now it's taking us back to where we were, and we have to hit escape, then we have to hit escape, and then exit, and then you can go back to here. Whoops, I didn't mean to push engine, but and then you can go back. So just a home button would have been really nice. Okay, here's where the biggest problems with this lie is. You go into the service when, so you can reset TPMS, you can, everything you see here is supposed to be able to do. My biggest problem is that it doesn't do much of this at all. It has it available, and I actually bought it because of its immobilizer function. It was supposed to be able to program keys, program key fobs, even do parameter resets on Ford-type vehicles, but it does not do any of this, unfortunately. I'm not sure why the settings are even there. I don't know, why they've put them there, but as you can see, so I'm in the immobilizer key section here. And this is actually one of the vehicles, this works much better with American-made vehicles, domestic vehicles, than it does foreign vehicles. For some foreign vehicles, it has hardly any features at all, which is a little bit sad. So if you work with a lot with foreign vehicles, this isn't for you. I really have zero idea why it has so many of the features, or why it claims to have so many of the features that it has, because they don't work. And I do have this updated and everything, so... But so there are some nice points. Price point is good on it. It's not too expensive. It's built really well. It's surprisingly well built. It is Android based, but it's sturdy. It's got nice rubber pads over here. So if you're just using it for quick engine code erasing, finding out finding out that generally what your problems are with just codes that have been placed, then this is fine. However, if you want some deeper functionality, this claims to have it, but it doesn't work. And that kind of makes me sad because that's why I bought it. So there you go. Honest opinion.